Starwood again. He's gonna be playing with the human hands. At the Starwood.
That should be really good.
I like this single though. Trouble at the Cup.
Oh right.
I'd like to play that one.
That's good. So who's all here? Chuck, would you like to introduce everybody to our listeners?
Chuck's here.
Chuck,
Greg's
Greg,
and Des.
Des here, and
Rebel's at home smoking, lifting
Craig's
tea.
here, and some girl, and Steve.
Hey, where's Robo?
He's at home smoking tea,
Ah.
lifting tea.
He's listening though. Hi, Robo.
Hey, Rope.
Well, I hope he's gonna be at the Starwood.
He's practicing
Right?
in his solo band right now.
He just usually, I don't know. He doesn't want. He likes to leave this to us or something.
So anyway,
He thinks we're stupid.
no.
No.
So well, Chuck, what did you think about doing, the Tomorrow Show?
What did I think? It's like talking to your best friend's mom.
Mm-hmm. We're getting a lot of echo in here. I don't know where it's coming from.
It was a good break, actually. You know, something to get out and say something to people because there's not very many people doing it.
Right, yeah. And who were the other people that were there? There was two other people. The photographer.
A hippie photographer and the manager of Mad Society.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. That's good. That's really good. So what was Rona Barrett really like?
Oh, she's great.
Really? You liked her? She was like...
Yeah, her and I have been going out ever since.
Great, really?
Actually, it started 3 weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think I got on the show?
Really? No, what I want to know is what was being said like off camera? What were they like talking
What,
about?
you mean between takes?
Yeah, like when I say they go
There
into a
was no
commercial.
between takes, really. It was just
He
nerves.
talked to her. You talked to
I
her
talked to her
for a long
afterwards.
time after.
Mm-hmm.
They're really sharp, actually, and they are interested. They're not just...
It was her idea to do the whole thing, and it came up quite a while ago. And like I say, it's like talking to your best friend's mom. She's interested in it and wants to know what's going on, sort of on that level.
Wow.
You know, like, hey, Johnny, what is this thing? I mean, you and Steve, you go out to all these gigs and stuff, and it's like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's got genuine interest in all that, so it makes it healthy at least. The producer of the show is real sharp, and he's sort of a part-time fan now, so he's
Really?
coming, going to gigs and things.
So maybe we'll be at the Starwood on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rona might...
I think Rona's going to be there too.
Rona's gonna be at the Starwood?
I think so.
Yeah, she wanted to.
She wanted to go really bad.
Great. Well, that's too much. So, are you guys really into Charles Manson and Adolf Hitler and Jim Jones?
Well, we never heard of, the Charles Manson thing, we don't...
Charlie was a right-on guy who blew the karma of the hippies.
Charlie ended the hit.
Charlie was the original punk.
Yeah, he was, actually.
You know, one of the original punks.
And you know what's really weird, like at that time when Charlie Manson, like he did all that, he had the long hair, then he went to jail, so they figured everybody who had long hair went around killing people. It's sort of like on what's happening now, a punk thing, like if one person gets hit or hurt at a concert, then everybody thinks that everybody's
Exactly, there might be 1,000 people there, and one person gets hurt or something.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. So you brought some new stuff that's coming out, right?
Yeah, REP.
Yeah, it's been delayed a little bit because we had to remaster it, so probably won't be out for a week or so.
Well, yeah, I want to thank you for giving me the cut for the Rodney on the Rock LP.
Oh, sure.
No value.
Thank you for playing our stuff.
Thanks.
Oh, that's great, yeah. A lot of
for,
requests. A lot of kids really like it. It's real good.
Yeah, I like it. It's been one of my favorite songs for a long time.
Which one?
No Value.
No Value, really?
Yeah.
Is this a different... what's going to come up on the tape?
No, it's
slightly different mix, but it's still the same.
Yeah, the
same
first
taste.
song on there is Jealous Again, and then Revenge is after that.
Okay.
Jealous Again, Revenge, White Minority,
and then,
you'll hear.
Okay, here it is, Black Flag. Wrangler by the Child Molesters. We're here with Black Flag. These are some records that they brought along with them. So Greg, what did we hear so far?
Jealous Again, and that's off our new record, and then Trouble at the Cup.
which is for the cops.
Right, really.
Mm-hmm.
We play 2 songs for for current events.
Yeah, maybe we'll do another cop set later.
In fact,
I
3
got it
songs,
right
3
by
songs for
Iggy
current events,
and Hillside Strangler by the Child Molesters.
which is our crawl song.
I wanted to ask you, do you guys encourage violence at the shows, or?
Oh no.
We don't encourage violence. Just violent expression.
So,
How do you put it? There's a fine line there, right?
No, we don't encourage it. I mean, it depends what you mean by violence. If somebody
I don't want people standing there doing nothing, you know.
right, they're
I
moving.
want everybody to get hectic, but
And rad.
you know, I'm not out there telling everybody to kill each other either. But it makes me feel good.
So what would happen if someone did get killed at one of your shows? Would you feel bad about it?
Yeah,
Oh,
actually, I would. Yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
feel
but-
bad. I got a letter from these girls that got hurt. I felt bad about that. I wrote them a letter back and
the police.
When we were in Vancouver,
people
we
get
heard
beat up and
there was a
stuff.
rumor that Mike Marine was killed, and we got all sad about that. But then we found out it was just a hoax to get somebody back to L.A.
Wow.
No, we don't encourage people to get violent. We like it when people get wild, but there's a difference between that and violence.
Right, yeah.
You know?
So what about, like seeing the shows? A lot of kids are complaining that they don't get to see the shows because they get stopped or,
Well, that's
the cops come.
There's
Who's
been a
fault?
lot of police problems.
Well, whose fault is that?
Well, I don't know. It seems like all the whenever we play,
The fascists
we
in
do
blue.
our best to make sure that the shows come off.
Mhm.
And things happen at different times. Sometimes the crowd is real big, or it's too big for the place where it's.
Yeah, right.
The biggest problem right now is just that the police are crawled, and so they show up
Well,
invariably
who do you think
and try
calls
to.
the police? Like a neighbor or?
The
They'll
police
show up
know
without
about it in
calling.
advance.
They look for
They
us.
look at the flyers.
They
At
look for us.
Basie's
They-
Hall,
they
they
actually
were
look
there
for
at
that.
7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
They were there at 7 o'clock. Before, they were there when
With
we got there.
helicopters when we got there,
Wow.
sitting out front with a car, and then the helicopter went away and came back when they had a thing.
Hmm.
They had those police were called in ahead of time. I think I went through this last time. They were all auxiliary.
Mm-hmm.
They had to tell them to come to work the next day.
Hmm.
Give them all calls.
That's really weird. What was that show that happened? Was it Wednesday or something? Was that Wednesday that happened?
What's that?
No, there was some show that got busted. On Wednesday. I can't remember what show it was. Was it the Whiskey or something? Anyway, it was like about a week ago. But on that same Wednesday, there was like a girl got killed leaving a restaurant in Venice with her boyfriend. And why aren't the police, watching that area? Why they come and try to?
Yeah. I saw a small note in the back pages of the newspaper. It was talking about this Mexican dance, right? And there was these 2 people stabbed, right? And it's just all it merits is a small little section in the back of the paper, And if that happened at one of our gigs, then
That would be the front
all
page.
Yeah.
It would be all over. I mean, we would never have another gig.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but
what I can't understand is why are police busting, like bands like you guys and the kids that go to the shows, and also there's kids cruising, down in Van Nuys Boulevard and Whittier. But then at that same time, there are people being murdered, like in Venice and all around, That's what I can't
it's more
understand.
fun to control kids.
yeah, it's more fun. Like Dez and Robo. Friday, they got arrested for putting out flyers in Huntington Beach,
Right?
and they had to go to jail. They're going to have to go to court, and it's like
I'm not even.
flyers. Don't they have anything better to do?
They'll
they're-
bother me. There's crime in Hermosa Beach, and they come and start like breaking into our places where we live. I mean, literally kicking doors down in the middle of the night
Wow.
and fucking with us, and telling us we don't have any rights and telling us to get out of town and never come back.
You foul-mouthed slob.
Dirty person, right?
Well, I wish
But-
they would go and check out Venice and take care of the people down there, and where there's hookers getting busted, and all this stuff going on, people getting raped, and I wish they would take care of
I wish
that.
they'd disappear.
Yeah.
No, we do need them.
Off the face of the
We
earth.
don't need them.
No, we need them for an extent to take care of murderers and like that.
It's an illusion of false security that they give people. They can't control anything. You'd be better off knowing it was dangerous and taking care of it yourself.
So Chuck, weren't you up in San Francisco? Did you have any run-ins with the police there?
They're mellow up
Yeah,
there.
they're real sweet guys.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
pulled me over for graffitiing up there, and read me the riot act for a few minutes, and I told them that I've seen other graffiti, and I just said, well, this is how you act in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
You paint on the walls. And so the guy left real nice and told me I was using Dayglow orange paint, and he told me to use black paint next time since the name of the band
It was Black Flag.
Really?
The place up there are real nice. It's not like L.A. at all.
That must have been a punk rocker's dream to see, like say there's like a painting of a member of Black Flag holding spray paint. Speaking of Black Flag, we were talking about the name Black Flag. You said there was some Negroes got mad or something?
Yeah, Robo and Dez put flyers up in San Pedro, and we got some friends that go. I'm from down there, and we got some friends that go to the high school there, and there was a big black response to it, thinking that it was an anti, like kill blacks. Right.
Well, is it about that?
Oh no, of course not. But
No.
Well, around Hawthorne, they think it's a pro-black thing because actually some black people, some black guys stopped in the car and asked us for flyers and for talking to us for a couple of minutes. They seemed like they were all into it, but
yeah, black is proud.
yeah, right. They thought it was pro-black.
Wow. Well, what about, isn't there like some bug spray called Black Flag? Is it anybody there
I've
call
never heard of it.
Yeah, there
Never
is
heard of
no-
this stuff.
I was wondering, did anyone think anyone would ever call and go, hey, you're using our name or anything?
No,
like that?
Black Flag is an old symbol that's been around much longer than the spray.
Right.
Negation of organization.
What I was going to try to do is get you to tell that Brendan story. That was classic.
Oh yeah, Brendan. He gave us a call one time.
Like playing a joke,
He
right?
was posing as Dow Chemical and saying he's from Black Flag, and he's from Dow Chemical, and he said we put out Black Flag spray, and he's saying this is an infringement of our registered trademark, and he had us fooled for a little bit. He's pretty good at that.
Right, we should hang up the phone.
He had me dodging calls.
No, we were
I was
saying-
like, passing it. Well, I'm not the person in control of that.
Then he was going to pass it to me and say, no, there's nobody by that name here, or something like that.
Well, what do you think of Brendan's new magazine,
Oh,
Slush?
it's great.
Isn't it great?
Slush. Yeah, it's really impressive.
I hope he puts out, new issues all the time and stuff.
Yeah, I hope that people, he needs a lot of help because he did it so much of it himself, and I know that he needs help to get it out regularly. He needs people to write and do other kind of work.
What do you think of the photo of Eddie? That's a classic photo of
Oh, yeah,
Eddie
that's
of
great.
Eddie in the
Looks like
subtitle.
he's got a glass eye.
Billy Zoom's in here too, I noticed.
He looks like a 50s band leader, like a swing band type
He
thing.
probably was.
That's amazing. So Eddie be playing with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
At Starwood, right?
Yeah, we brought his record down here too. So.
American Society and
Yeah.
Louis.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the artwork, some amazing posters I have seen on those telephone poles and the drawings and stuff.
Yeah,
the man behind your back.
Raymond Pettibone.
Really?
I want to say something to Ray.
Mhm. Did you get
Ray,
the poster?
Ray, if you're listening, Don Cornelius is not a saint. Okay.
Yeah, and I think we've got Charlie queued up here, don't we?
Yeah, you want to hear some
Yeah,
Charlie
this
Oh, yeah,
Manson?
this is for Ray too.
Yeah.
This is Charlie Manson, produced by Phil Kaufman.
Bottle
The
can.
Seeds live. I could actually say I was actually there at that recording session that was done at Western Recorder
We got all this other
Studios,
stuff in
and
the
they did it in a
background.
room. Like they invited all their friends down and just started playing. Humble Harv, a disc jockey, did the introduction on that. That was classic. What else did we hear?
We heard, first we heard Charlie Manson, Cease to Exist. Then we heard the Beach Boys version, which they called, of course, Never Learn Not to Love. And then Why Do You Exist by the Weirdos, Nazi Training Camp by DOA, Femme Fatale by the Velvet Underground, and then pushing too hard for the seeds.
Seeds Live. I'd like to remind everybody that we're here with Black Flag.
Music Connection magazine. Find out how the major labels are gearing up to accept video demos from local bands. Also read how artists Spencer Davis and Gary Newman differ on the future of video. And check out the complete list of video production companies in Southern California. All this and more in the Music Connection magazine. Available at Liquor's Pizza, Mucus Pus, and 7-Elevens. Or call 462-5772 to find out where you can buy your copy.
Okay, I'd like to remind everybody that Black Flag is here, and you guys are playing at the Starwood on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Eddie's playing, and the Minutemen. We got a tape of the Minutemen too. We're gonna
Yeah, tell me about SST Records. That's your record company, right?
Yeah, that's our. You could call it that. Yeah.
So you just have two bands, Black Flag and Minutemen, right?
Yeah. We just want to put out our own records because we don't. We want to have control of it, so we can put out the art we want to and everything.
You sound like a Nazi.
Well, what if Warner Brothers want to pick you guys up? Do you think that could ever happen?
Have you ever gone and seen that?
I don't know. They would have to accept all of our art
I'd hope so.
and all of our production and all that. And I don't think that they would be willing to do that. So we're not oriented towards trying to find a label. We want to learn how to do things ourselves and get our own records out so we have total control of it. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. And we feel like the things that we're going to do are too
straight for everybody else. No one else does either.
Chuck's talking on the phone. It would be just too much for a label, anybody else to put out. Even independent labels, we don't feel like that they would put out our records.
Well, Chuck, what was all that about?
This girl was telling me about how unsophisticated all the beach punks were and what unsophisticated assholes we were, and how if we ever went to a place that was sophisticated like New York, we were going to get our asses kicked. And then she started lecturing me about what fucking jerks we are and how we should all straighten up and da-da-da-da, and she sounds like a fascist.
Oh,
She's the kind of person who wishes that there were cops to control us.
Oh.
And there are, and she supports them.
Right, she goes, that punk thing died years ago. She wishes.
She wishes, yeah.
In England it died, but...
Hey, go buy a James Taylor record.
Did you invite her down to the show for Tuesday, put her on the guest list and everything?
I told her to come. She's never seen the band, but she's just da 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 da.
Yeah, there's this one girl that calls her. Whenever I play Springtime for Hitler, this one girl calls and it's really outrageous. I don't know why, but...
Hello. How you doing? Who's this? Julie. You mean, Julie where?
But I was going to say that, but there are record companies that are accepting experiments like IRS and Crystal's got the specials to do all their drawings and sign up all their bands and stuff.
Oh, sure, but hey, I don't... wait till you see our
It is really good.
the one that's coming out now, but the one after that. Wait till you see the art on there.
Do I know you?
And it's no use even going to any record company. I don't think there's a record company in L.A. that would put out what we're going to do.
So if you go,
Oh, I'm convinced of it. That's why we don't bother trying. We're not interested. It's not worth compromising it.
Well, isn't there didn't you guys put out like a book or a comic book?
Well, Raymond Pettibone, yeah, he has a comic book called Captive Chains.
Can anyone pick up one of those? Is it possible?
You can get it by mail. It costs $1.50, and you can order it through SST.
Is there an address that people could write to? Or?
Yeah, it's SST, P.O. Box 1.
What's that?
Lawndale, California, 90260.
Can you repeat that again for people that are just getting their pencils?
Yeah, P.O. Box 1, Lawndale, California, 90260. And it costs $1.50 postpaid. It's Raymond does our flyers, and he's got this comic book out that's got a lot of his art in it.
Yeah, I saw one of those. It's really nice.
Yeah, it would be nice if he had some newer stuff out too. This one is been out for a while.
What about the original Nervous Breakdown? A lot of people want to get that record.
Well, it's...
Can they still do it, or what?
no, it's sold out right now, but there'll be more of them, you know.
Well, do you know of any stores that might have it, or?
No, not in L.A.
What? Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, we're out of them ourselves.
It's pretty fun.
Cool. Okay, it is classic. When was that recorded, actually?
In about January '78.
Really? Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I played that for a long time. Like, mine is so worn out. I'm glad you guys brought me a new copy here. Okay, let's hear some brand new Black Flag. Got something queued up here. Can you tell us about the song?
Oh yeah, this is Revenge, and
Did you hear about that thing?
this is dedicated to a lot of people.
Yeah, but there's a lot
All right, here it is, Black Flag.
My imagination. I've got a gun on my back.
Rodney on the rock on KROQ FM in Pasadena. Run tall, lean hard, don't play with yourself.
Right, at least we made it legal there with the ID. Okay, yeah, you were asking me about Darby, if Darby's in.
Oh yeah, we heard it. We heard you earlier, and you said the Germs are back together, but
Yeah,
I
well,
was disappointed. It's just for one show. Right?
apparently it's going to be just for one show.
I don't know why they just don't. You know, maybe
The whole thing together.
maybe it'll be real good, and they'll just decide to keep
do
doing
it.
it, because that would,
Yeah.
you know, that's something I think that LA's been missing.
Mhm.
You know.
That for sure.
Yeah, weren't the Germs on the original Bad Boys of Rock and Roll?
Oh sure.
I mean, they're apparently only going to do one show.
Boy and girl. Boys and
Can't understand why.
Well, yeah, I don't know. They should just get back and you know, do it some more.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to play. I hope you let us know. Okay, the whiskey is the place to be for all your musical needs.
Yeah!
And tonight you can see Nina
Ask
Hagen,
us about that.
plus Ziff and the Ravers. And Monday night, it's Freeway Records and Music Connection magazine presenting Wet Picnic and the Sheiks of Shake and the Falcons. And on November the 18th and the 19th, it's going to be the Slits. Slits should be a good show.
So I hear.
And on the 20th, don't miss the Heaters and the Differences. And on the 21st, 22nd, it's the Go-Go's, along with the Spectres. The actual ex-member of the Sex Pistols, Glenn Metlock's in the band. And then on November the 25th, it's Babylon Warriors with the Box Boys. And then the Slits are going to be playing again on the 26th and 27th. And on November 28th and 29th and the 30th, the Whiskey presents Susie and the Banshees. And coming up in December, it's the Jules and the Polar Bears, Dr. Feelgood, Captain Beefheart, and Joe King Carisco. And then on a Whiskey A Go-Go on the Sunset Strip, where there's never an age limit. Anybody can go down there.
Creepy crawl to Starwood. Brothers and sisters, you must creepy crawl to Starwood. The Starwood must be creepy crawled. Black Flag at the Starwood this Tuesday, November 18th.
This is Spot reporting from inside the Starwood. By the looks of things, this place needs to be creepy crawled.
Watch for the new SST record 12-inch EP from Black Flag with Jealous Again, Revenge, White Minority, No Values, and...
You don't have anything against me, do you?
Remember, Black Flag, Eddie and the Subtitles, and the Minutemen. This shelter, there's no place to hide. If they want you, they're gonna get you. To those who wish it wasn't.
All right. Who is Creepy Crawl?
Who is creepy crawl?
Yeah.
Who is creepy crawl is the wrong question.
That's the wrong.
What is creepy crawl?
Right.
Creepy crawl is an exercise in fear when you give someone the shakes.
Mm-hmm. And does that have something to do with Charlie in any way?
Oh,
As a matter of fact,
The neighbor.
read the book, Rodney.
Yeah, I'm in the book, and the neighbors around the house.
you know about Charlie, right?
Right.
More than I do.
So Des, I wanted to ask you about, weren't you once in Red Cross?
Sure.
When were you in Red Cross?
Oh, the Fleetwood time, earlier this year. I was in, well, I guess I was in that band about 5 months. So after they broke up for the first time, and then they reformed with 2 guitar players, and I played guitar.
They're back together now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a trio now.
Yeah, they're going to be real good
soon.
It's the same drummer that...
Jeff's a great guitarist.
Yeah, same drummer that was in the band with me, and then Jeff plays guitar now instead of sings. And he sings too. And they have Steve, he plays bass still. So
it's the same people. The people that wrote all the songs are still in the band, Jeff and Steve. So, you know...
But would they do the old songs?
No.
Yeah, I understand they don't do any of those
They
songs.
don't want to do them. They got a lot of new songs, so they just don't want to do them.
Wow.
But I'm sure their new songs are real good.
We haven't heard nothing. They've not let anybody, cluing anybody in on it.
They've just been hanging out in their garage in Hawthorne.
Right. So, Des, how do you like, singing for Black Flag?
It's pretty bitchin', you know.
How many shows have you done so far with the band?
I don't know. Wait, 20, 25, 30 maybe?
Already, really?
Yeah, we played out.
We tour a lot.
Oh, that's right. We're on tour. We went to Vancouver and...
Twice.
We've been up north twice.
Twice since Des is in the band. And
We actually
Arizona.
even played the Midwest of Canada and Arizona and all over the place.
Wow. How they feel about Black Flag and the city and all that?
Sometimes we glue them against the back of the wall, but generally speaking, there's a good audience everywhere.
Wow. Yeah, another thing I wanted to ask you back with Rona. It sounded to me like she wanted to know the punk philosophy. Is there one? Or?
I gave my philosophy. Okay.
Is that saying anybody is a punk, if they wanted to be? I mean, a blonde could be a punk, or a brunette, or...
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the most important things to me is...
It depends what they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We'll drop out. Let's play this Red Cross.
Okay, let's invite people to tape this. We're gonna
we got blank heads.
We're gonna give away a free record here if you hook up your tape recorder. We're gonna do
They should buy it.
like
That way Posh makes money.
yeah. Buy the album because you get extra cuts too. No, but we'll invite people to record, but we're gonna play like all the Red Cross things in a row here.
Someone should record this and then bootleg it on a 45 12-inch.
Oh no.
For the kiddies.
Maybe partial.
Here it is. So Des, are you on this album?
No, this is the first Red Cross.
Okay, here it is, Red Cross. A bunch of Red Crosses in a row. Okay, have you guys heard of Mad Society yet? Check them out.
I barely saw them at the Hideaway. I was too busy taking care of anything to...
Oh yeah, that was a pretty wild show.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
We should at least be able to play there.
Yeah, what exactly happened there at the Hideaway?
Let Greg talk about the Hideaway.
Yeah, Greg, what happened at the Hideaway?
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, they weren't ready for that many people to be there.
Right, it's like...
No, it should be cool.
Something like, I don't know.
You heard the
like
saying...
1,500 people.
You heard the saying, suppose they gave a war and nobody came. Well, this way, suppose there was music and everybody showed up.
Yeah, and there was just like one person at the door taking money. The sound man was late. And
He got
and
there
he
when
delayed the whole thing.
Some of the
supposed to
bands
start.
were late. We won't say which bands, but
Yeah, there was some
that
bands
didn't
were,
help.
and so
And the
it
sound
turned
man
into a
walked-
big mess.
After the second band played, the sound man walked off because some mics got stolen, so there was like a 3-hour delay. And meanwhile, the people who ran the place panicked. They were running around crying and screaming, and he went into the back room where Carla was back there. They pushed that car through the door, and hundreds of people got in free. So Carla was back in the back.
They tore the wall
just
down.
flipping, and we were back there and trying to get it straight, and the owner of the place comes in and calls the police, and the rest is public knowledge.
If anything could go wrong at a gig, everything, at that gig, everything went wrong.
It could have worked, too, because it was a big enough place.
It's the kind of thing that should happen at the Chino Women's Prison.
Yeah, that's right. no, that's right. You guys are playing the Chino Women's Prison,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Thanksgiving.
The 27th? Yeah, and you're going to be there too, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to be there, Rodney?
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
And the stepmothers
some of
are
those broads,
playing, and
yeah.
I don't know who else.
Who else is going to be on that show?
The stepmothers, and I don't think they're quite sure who else Yeah,
A bunch of
should get the
evil women.
but a couple other bands. The Stains should play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna play some Stains.
Great. Yeah, I bet some of those women are pretty hot down there.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Maybe they'll crawl us.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind crawling around with some of them.
Really?
Shut up.
Well, I was going to ask you, it used to be that X were like the hardcore punk band of L.A., and now that you guys are, do you think that's going to last forever or what?
I doubt it'll last
Because remember when people were going, X, man, you know, like,
Oh, well, I don't know. We just want to do what we do, you know.
What's
I mean, we've
happening
been
at the
together
time?
for a long time.
Black
We're not,
Flag, man.
we're not gonna. We've been, you know,
God.
Black Flag's been together
for 3 years.
for over 3 years. So, all we want to do is put out our records, play gigs, which we didn't have a chance to do for our first couple of years, you know.
right.
We just couldn't get gigs. So
Yeah, right.
it's like we're kind of shut out from the Hollywood scene. Now it's opened up, and
That's good.
we're playing gigs, and we're happy about that.
Yeah, I was playing records at a party in Newport Beach, and there was like all these rich people there. There was like football players, there was like rich girls, and all that stuff, and they all wanted to hear Black Flag.
You were there at Black Flag's first gig, weren't you?
Really?
You were
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Vader.
In Redondo Beach.
Right.
That was
yeah.
their first
Is that
gig.
the first gig?
That was our first gig.
First gig with.
We had to put it on ourselves because no one else would let us play with
Right.
them.
Yeah, I remember that.
We had to pay the other bands and everything.
Well,
Yeah, pay off the other bands.
That was the first gig with Johnny Bob Goldstein and the whole first lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit one thing though, that Chuck, you're the first person I've ever seen with a mohawk. I mean,
Yeah, other
my dad did it.
your
other
dad, your
people
dad did?
claim different.
His dad tied him down and made him.
He said,
Is that,
you're into this punk thing.
is that where you got the ideas from your dad?
Actually, it is, yeah.
You're not going to believe.
Melissa Hutton did it.
You're not going to believe this, but right now, tonight, as we're talking, our Mohawk party's going on. We got a phone call just before you came.
From Mohawk Manor.
There are people getting Mohawks while they're listening to this show at this minute.
Are they carving X's on their heads too?
Yeah, are they carving the X's though, Rodney?
No, that's for X only. no, but they are putting the insignia. You guys have like these 3 lines or something. And
Four.
I did that. There's this movie, TV movie called Desperate Love, where they had all these, they came down to Hong Kong, or no, Club 88, I think, and had a lot of people contract out to be extras. I had that as an advertised. I carved it on the head in the extra hair.
You wouldn't believe all the Mohawks I saw at the Starwood last week.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Wow, look what you started.
Shut up.
There's even girls getting Mohawks.
Really, I would like to see that.
The parents are getting Mohawks.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'm next.
Give your dog a mohawk.
Okay, we got another brand new one. We've gotten requests for this one already. This is White Minority.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is, Black Flag.
12980 Culver Boulevard in Marina Del Rey. We got Detroit Band and Social Distortion and Jane. And it's 5 p.m.
And that was some UXA you just heard.
That was UXA right there.
Hand in glove.
Yeah.
2 songs
it's
per day.
$3.
You're a slave.
$3.
And that's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's at 5 o'clock.
Right, at a skate park, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 12980 Culver Boulevard. So be there.
And then they sort of like play down in these like little holes.
In the bowls, people can skate around them.
That's gonna be hot.
And if you want a phone number, it's 821-9997.
Okay.
Or call SST.
Slave.
Or,
Okay, we heard UXA, didn't we?
Hand in glove.
Yeah.
And what else did we hear? We heard
Before that,
the two
was
versions
two
of-
versions of No Values.
no, right.
One's on the Rodney album, and then before that was White Minority. Then we heard Everything by Red Cross off the Siren album.
Right.
6 songs, I guess.
That was great. Oh yeah, but we do have something else we want to say. Chuck has something really important to say about a guy who's
This guy called me up, and he got arrested at the Whiskey for assault on a police officer. Now, he didn't do anything, and there were a lot of girls, 3 or 4 girls, who saw the whole thing and knew that he didn't do anything, and they were witnesses to it. And the police told them to
leave or they'd get they wouldn't be well, and so they did like, and he would like to get in touch with them because he's up against felony charges, and his phone number is 344-3243. So if anybody saw that, give him a call.
Repeat the number.
344-3243. Okay.
Wow, I hope we could save
Save
our
his
guy.
ass.
Really. Okay, what do we have queued up?
Slave to my dick.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Modernettes. They're from Vancouver. And then it's a song called Suicide Club.
Well, I mean,
You ever heard the Subhumans before that?
They're from Vancouver too, yeah, Slave
Are
to My Dick.
you guys originally from Canada? Because you seem to like a
no.
lot of the Vancouver bands.
No, we've played up there 4 different times. We've gone up there 4 different times, and there's some real good bands up there.
Yeah. Do you think there'll ever be like an all-girl version of Black Flag, a wild girl band?
I don't know.
No one's done that yet, right?
Well,
No, I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. I hate to think of a band as a version of Black Flag. You know, that's. I
mean, with that kind of energy, you know, like you guys have, like a girl band.
That would be cool. Yeah.
And Castration Squad, they're playing at this John F. Kennedy memorial thing coming
More
up.
like death rock, though.
you just gotta kind
Right?
It's completely different, isn't it?
Be
I've
aware of
never
what's
seen
going on,
them
going
before.
where
Well,
it's
I hear
like
more
flyers
like
and things
songs
and
of
sort of
more
start
like
checking it out.
horror.
It's not
Horror rock.
place.
Really? Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah, we haven't seen them yet. So.
What I heard that Speed Queens have a lot of energy. Have you seen Speed Queens yet?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're from Long Beach.
There's
That should be a good band. They're going to be playing at the Starwood, I think, on that same show with Black Randy and the Human Hands.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, so you might want to check that out.
yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
not exactly
Yeah.
sure where.
Okay, we're going to play the Minutemen. We're going to explain.
Yeah,
Did you guys produce the Minutemen?
Yeah, and they're playing with us on Tuesday.
Down at the Starwood.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Minutemen.
They're from San Pedro, and they have.
Not Negroes from Detroit.
They have.
Guys on Meltzer's show, they're not Negroes from Detroit.
They're not? Okay, let's hear them. We just heard the Chiefs. We'll be here with that. We heard Beach at Tower 18, and we heard the Minutemen. What were the Minutemen cuts called?
3 songs. I don't remember which ones we played.
But at least we heard them. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Really?
It's 3 songs from the Minutemen's record that's going to be coming out.
And when's that going to come out, do you think?
About the same time as ours, which would be around a week or so. Or
And that'll be on SST Records, right?
right.
Is there going to be some artwork on that? Like a,
Oh yeah,
Same-
yeah.
great.
Raymond Pettibone's going to do that too.
Good. So Chuck, what kind of calls are you guys getting so far?
He's on
All
the
sorts
phone.
of calls. I've been on the phone all night, but I'm used to it.
Really? Are kids calling up asking you to play like at their high schools and stuff?
Oh, we wanted to.
Not
do
too
that.
much. Yeah, we do want to play high school.
Yeah, we'd like to play.
Right now I'm talking to a girl from, I guess she just came over from England.
They
Really?
should give us a
Just
call
asking where
if
to
they
go
want
and
us
stuff
to
like
play
that.
at their
And
school. We'll go to
a
the
lot of people
Starwood.
who just, that guy who got beat
On
up with
Tuesday.
some whiskey, and just people who are telling me, I work in a liquor store and da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
You know,
Where are they coming from? What cities?
all over the place.
Right? That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's good.
Riverside. We got a friend of ours called from Riverside in a band called the Trashers.
The Trashers. Gotta get them in the Starwood.
Yeah.
Next week, yeah.
Tarzana, Redondo Beach.
Wow. See,
All over the place.
it is happening. There's a definitely.
Yeah, all over.
See.
Every city we've been to has a good scene. It's not as large as LA, but good things going on all over. It's bigger all the time.
Well, we got something from East LA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
real
Stains.
fun from East LA.
This is the best band in the world.
Okay, here they are, the Stains.
For sure.
Stains. It's a cheap tape, so excuse the sound. It's a
Yeah,
practice
it's a
thing, just recorded with a cassette
practice.
recorder.
Did you guys produce it, or?
Oh no, it's just a
Not produced at
cassette
all.
in their practice place.
One mic in a little room.
They're gonna, yeah.
Okay, let's hear the Stains.
Right
East
out of
LA
Boyle
lives. The Rocks, we just heard Vox Pop. And what did we hear before that? We heard the Stains, right?
Oh yeah, the best band in the world from East LA. That's just a cassette recorder that was put in their studio.
Well, as soon as we get something really good, like a record, we'll play it. So anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for coming by. We got Scott Mason's coming in here, and he's got to check. There's like fires happening all around the mountains, and they got to have special news thing or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's pretty weird.
Something that they can
So anyway,
put a lot of distance.
so I'll see you at the Starwood on Tuesday, right?
All right, Rodney. Yeah.
Okay.
Beyond the
Thanks for
reaction
having
of it.
us on.
Okay.
Sure, anytime, and then let me know when the record comes out. We'll play it. I'd like to thank Chuck and Gaz.
Thanks, Rodney.
Okay, we'll see you all Tuesday at the Starwood. I'd like to say goodnight
it's
and
not
stay
done.
tuned now for Space and Scott Mason. And we're going to close with this one called Police Story, right?
Really is.
Okay, here it is.
What the symbol is.
They take the rights away from all the kids.